so we're going to start by going to campsite.bio and click Get Started for free. This is where you'll fill out all of your account information, agree to the terms of service and privacy policy, and then click Create Account. I already have an account, so I'm going to go ahead and log in. And then it'll take you straight to the home page. So this is the links page where you can customize all of your buttons, and then the other page that you'll go to often is settings. This is where you can change the appearance of everything. So we'll start with links first. Over here is what you will name the actual button. So you'll see that this one is called Visit My Blog. It's represented here. It's also good to know that all of this over here is your preview section. So as you make changes, it'll be reflected over here. The next section of this, this actual button is the URL. So you can just copy and paste your URL there. Another fun option is being able to add an image to your button. So if you click this, the photo options are a little bit limited if you're in the free plan. So right now, if you are trying to do a photo, you have to select one from your Instagram account, something that has already been published to your Instagram feed. If you choose to upgrade to the Pro plans, that's where you can upload photos from your computer or even use free photos from Campsite's gallery. Over here is where you can toggle a button on or off. So if you turn that off, you'll see Visit My Blog is no longer at the top. Toggle it back on and it pops right back up. And it does save all of your information. If you toggle it off, it just makes it so that it is not visible to any of the users. You can also see how many clicks each link gets. That's just kind of an overall analytics piece as a free user, but if you want to go into the Pro plan, like I said, there's more customization options. So with that, you can see more detailed analytics. Same thing with scheduling a link, that's a Pro plan option. And then here is just the ability to pin a link to the top. So clicking this makes it so that it can't be manually moved, it just remains at the top. If you unpin it, you'll see that these little horizontal bars show up. You can manually move things that way. So that's how you can kind of rearrange and reorder your buttons. And then last thing on buttons, if you want to trash a certain link, you just click this archive button here and it'll no longer be accessible. Okay, that's it on that page. And then also helpful to know that you probably noticed, but as you make changes over here, they are reflected on this preview to the right of your screen. So it's all live. You'll notice that these are all clickable. So if I click this, it actually goes to my blog, which is what I've linked in. It'll go to that URL, which is nice. So you can make sure all of your links are actually working by clicking on this preview. The other area that you'll go into is settings. This is where you customize everything. You can upload a profile picture if you choose to do so. And then right here is the site title. So you'll see that I put in my first and last name and my handle. It shows up here. If you don't click or if you don't type anything, it'll just default to your username on Campsite. So my Campsite name is Go Get Your Happy On. If it's your name, that's what it'll default to here. I just like the idea of putting my name too, because since my handle is not my name, I feel like some people forget that my name is actually Bree, and I just think this is helpful. And then down here is where you can do kind of an intro text. So this can be anything from like a happy greeting or explaining what your links are about or thanking people for visiting, anything like that. And then down here, this is where you will authorize your Instagram account. And integrations, this is all having to do with the Pro plan, so I don't have access to that. And then down here is where it gets fun. So this is your appearance. They already have all of these default options, but if you're not loving any of these, you can see it changes them automatically. If you're not feeling any of these, you can go into custom, and then you'll see that you get more appearance options down here. So this is where you'll change your font family. They've got all kinds of stuff here, and they show you a preview text so you can see what it'll actually look like. You can change your background color. So mine is obviously white right now, but say you wanted to do something different, that's where it'll kind of be applied. Go back to white. Okay, and then text color, same thing. This is being applied right here. This is not the buttons just yet. So this is all the background and this kind of this top area here. You can show a top border. It just kind of has that little edge on the top. I opted out of that. You can do this image border around your profile photo. I opted in for that, and you can change the color of it too. I have it all really consistent with this kind of peachy pink right now. And then this is where you get down to the actual buttons. Same thing, you can choose a font and then even the weight of the font, which I think is cool. So if you want to go really bold, that's what it'll look like there. I think that makes it a little bit difficult to read, but up to you. And then this is where you'll specify colors on everything. So this is text color, this is hover text color. So say I wanted the text hover color to be black. So when I go over it, it actually shows up black rather than the white that it starts as. I'm going to keep it white to keep it simple, but again, just lots of fun options. And this is the background color of each individual button. Same thing with the hover. I have it as this kind of like light orangey peach. So when I hover, it changes, and so you know what you're actually selecting. I don't have a border right now, so this border color isn't applicable, but say I did have a border, you can see that there's a thin black line around the button. And you can even choose the kind of the shape of your button. So if you want to really square it out, a little bit rounded, you can even customize it. Same thing with the customizing of the border width. Okay, and then down here is where you can put social accounts. So I just put in Facebook as an example. You can change the color again here, the color of the button and the hover color. You just can select which account you want to be inserting and then select and then copy and paste your URL here. You can add as many as you want, I think. Speaking of adding, just keep in mind that obviously phone screens are only so big. Right now I have 6 buttons, but if you were to do maybe 9 or 10, the user might have to scroll a bit more to see everything. So depending on what you want visible without having to scroll, I would keep that in mind with the number of buttons you choose to make visible. Okay, so that's it with customization. Once you've created your account, you'll get a confirmation email. Make sure and click that confirmation email, and then once you do that, then you can go ahead and copy this URL, and then from there you'll go to your Instagram account. You can click edit profile, and then you'll put it into the website section, and then click submit, and then this is what it will look like. So just know that when you are selecting your name on campsite.bio, this is what will be at the end of your URL when you put it into Instagram. So mine is Go Get Your Happy On. It'll be Go Get Your Happy On here. If you put your first and last name as your campsite account name, it will be right here at the end of your URL. So just keep that in mind. And that's about it, you guys. Thanks so much for watching. If you guys found this helpful, please let me know. If you have any questions, let me know that too. And happy button making. Thanks, guys.